who provide support, who provide support in school. All right. So that's the first point. So where do we begin? Actually, the second strategy. Okay, we go back to the individual teacher. It is important. We go back to Dr. Gino, okay, regarding that particular quotation, regarding that point about this resilient teacher. You have to build your own resilience. You have a choice to make yourself strong, flexible, and enduring, or choose the other way around, right? And I think this is very important because you realize that when you have a vocation, a calling, that you have to have the best intention and exert the best effort for you to be able to achieve that particular calling. So things like number one, if let us say, okay, you you are dealing with a lesson plan, and that particular lesson plan, precisely because you have to make daily lesson plans. But what if you are teaching the same subject with another teacher? Collaborative lesson planning would help build your resilience because you work with another person. You exchange ideas with another person. Okay. Building the resilience would also mean that number two, you seek a mentor. You talk to someone whom you trust if there's no mentoring program in your school, okay? And then befriend that particular person, uh, ask questions about teaching, about learning, about professional development that that particular person can actually help you with. And well, number three, maybe mindfulness. That when you have a problem, you're mindful of the fact that you need some time to actually, I don't know, sit in one corner, maybe go to the library and try to rethink, try to revise, try to reflect if certain strategies that you have actually implemented are not working, and then to reflect, revise those strategies. But one thing is sure, you have to focus on yourself and build your resilience. Okay? So before we take a look at the other strategies, what are your strategies? List down two or three to combat burnout. Connection, number two, resilience. Connection in the context of the community, right? Resilience is the second one. Okay, let's take a look at the third one and nine. Okay, actually, there are nine. So we have two, we have seven. Let's see if we can reach seven. Okay. Now, the third one is we go back to teaching as a personal calling. I think it is important to revisit your purpose. Okay? People who have a sense of purpose also appear to have a greater sense of resilience and well-being. You have to revisit your purpose. Uh, how? Maybe, I don't know, number one, journaling. You have to sit down and write down journal entries. Maybe not too detailed. What are the things that you encountered today that has something to do with your teaching, something to do with your role as a teacher, etc.? How did you cope with them? And maybe probably a resolution in that particular journal entry. Revisiting one's purpose is maybe, I don't know, if your school organizes a retreat for teachers, attend that particular retreat. Make sure that you are in that particular retreat because it will provide you with an opportunity to actually revisit your purpose. So there could be a third, there could be a fourth one. But very important, you go back to, you begin with that particular end in mind, revisiting one's purpose. So the other one has something to do with determining the most important things. And in determining the most important things, right, we talk about in avoiding burnout, how do we manage our time? How do we manage our tasks? how do we manage our tasks? So we only have 8 hours in a day. I mean, working in the office or working in the school. And when we talk about the tasks, do we have a priority list? Okay. Do we have an urgent list? Okay. So very important that we talk about the two T's, time management and task management. Now, this is on target, connected to connection. Because when we talk about connection, we have to talk about the fact that you have to work with fellow teachers. And it is very important that when you talk about your own professional development, okay, one way of avoiding burnout is to actually situate that particular professional development in the context of working with colleagues. That you don't only build your efficacy as an individual teacher, but you actually contribute to the building of what we call the collective efficacy, maybe of the entire school, maybe of a school unit, just like what I mentioned a while ago, maybe the elementary, the middle school, or the high school unit, or a subject area like mathematics or science, right? Because when you actually attend a seminar, when you actually participate in a workshop, when you actually do lesson study, or probably when you observe as a group the class of a certain teacher, like a teacher round, etc., you not only develop teamwork, collaboration, but precisely because you talk about what matters most in your job every day. And what matters most for us is teaching, learning, classroom management, assessing, etc. You develop that collective efficacy, that group efficacy. So I recommend that the context of professional development, your own professional development, is in the context of the teachers working together as a part of a learning community. Okay? How am I working with my colleagues, paying attention to the most important things, time task management, revisiting my personal mission, my personal vision, my credo. Okay, let's take a look at a last one before I turn over the floor to Mr. Rentoy to catalyst. Relationships, relationships, relationships. It's just like buying a house. There are three questions that you ask. Number one, where is it located? Number two, where is it located? Number three, where is it located? Before you even ask for the size and the price. I think this particular point, okay, is very important because when you take a look at this entry, it tells you instrumental in helping prevent burnout. I have friends in school. I have good friends in school. Friends who actually support me. Friends who actually value my companionship. Friends who are there. I mean, they are there because you can actually talk to them, not only for advice about a certain classroom management issue, but actually, okay, on more critical matters like how do I continually improve? How do I become a lifelong learner? How do I take care of my own professional development? Or critical matters like I do not agree with this particular school policy. Okay, can you explain to me why this particular policy is there? Because probably that particular teacher has been in school for the past 15 years and you're probably on your third year. So relationships are very important. Establishing good relationships with the people, rapport with the people whom you work with is very important. I don't think that you will be happy in school, and therefore, if you're not happy, maybe it could lead to burnout. Okay? If you don't actually have good relationships, not only with your students, but also with your colleagues. Okay. I will stop here and turn over the floor to Mr. Rintoy.
Thank you so much, Dr. Grio. I'm going to flash on screen now the QR code for you to claim your certificates. And I will also type in the chat box. Let me see. Um, okay. I will type in the chat box the link to claim your certificates. Kindly please click on it now so that you can fill up the form and claim your certificates. For those who will be following us in the recording, as indicated there on the page, please email activities.catalyst@gmail.com to claim your certificates or the recordings of whatever sessions you missed. We have a number who are actually unable to join us in this live session, but they will be following the recordings because of the 3 to 4 p.m. time. Okay, and if you receive your certificate in the inbox, kindly please share with us in the chat box. Let us know in the chat box if you are able to receive your certificate so that I am sure that the system is working. As I said, nevertheless, if there is any concern, uh, Mr. De La Cruz, can you please type again in the chat box the email address? Mm, okay. Okay. Has anybody received the certificate in the email? Then you let us know. I think there is a group that is attending in one screen. Okay, Jarly Asuncion said, yes, sir. So our system is working. Okay, well, with that, we end today's session, the first of 20. Once again, Dr. Grio, let me just